Evil geniuses turn to bad. Ten seconds remaining.
Welcome back, everybody, for what may be the last game of the MDL LAN final. EHOME against Evil Geniuses, and EHOME already up 2 games here. Impressive both times. I want to get to the draft because a lot of people are saying we got to ban that lone druid, but that means you might leave something precious out there. Let's see what EG are going to be doing about it. Gods, I love the new jacket. Let's get to what is game number 3 and see what they decide to do. Oh, that means that there might be a certain Earth Spirit or Faceless Void at the ready for EHOME now.
I guess EG are asking if they leave both in there. Like,
oh yeah.
How bad is the Earth Spirit is what EG are saying. Well, PPD is probably more like asking himself, like, is it worth giving them an Earth Spirit to get the Void?
Or vice versa, I guess.
Yeah. The Void is, like, the thing is, if you ban the Earth Spirit and you give away Void, it blocks off a lot of heroes. Like, playing Invoker into Void is very difficult. And that's like one of those kind of top picks for Sumail right now that you often want to snag in the first stage. So there is, it feels like maybe it could be a good decision to leave both heroes in the pool despite how successful Earth Spirit's been.
That's where you can tell he's probably thinking this one out a couple of steps ahead here because you do benefit from the 2 picks, so what would be better, a Faceless Void +1 or a Earth Spirit +1? Yeah. The nice thing is that I guess there's a touch more flexibility for the Faceless Void in the end, but they will ban the Death Prophet and EHOME will take the mighty Ebola.
Yep. So EG make the trade, and I like the ban on Death Prophet more than the Visage, because as much as Visage is like a niche EHOME pick, you want to try and target bans towards what their second pick is going to be. Like, you're willingly giving them Earth Spirit, like, you know they're going to take Earth Spirit, but if you ban Earth Spirit, then they take Void, and then you get nothing in like exchange that's like a top tier for the Void. So EG is going Void +1 here. It's just going to be who's going to be the +1, and the Death Prophet ban is like what they expect EHOME might have second picked. Could be an
Void Invoker,
yeah.
That's what I was thinking as well, potentially.
Invoker, or you get like the Witch Doctor type hero, the...
Evil geniuses
don't think they'll first to pick an AA, but... Lina, oh yeah, they're going to go back to male Lina. He's had great success on this hero. Lina's actually seen a lot of, I feel, wins in this tournament. At least from the teams that we've been seeing, when like EHOME have won it with it. This series, EG seem to just manage to pull off wins when they're playing through the lower brackets. So.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, coming into this grand final, Sumail has got 5 games on Lina and is sporting a 4-1 record. So definitely showing what the little lady can do. But old chicken gets one of his favorites, and for anyone out there who has Viper as their favorite, I don't want to play against them. And old chicken now, it's gonna be the Viper versus Lina matchup. So we'll have to see what EG are gonna do to respond, because now we're looking at a very hard time for this mid lane. Not just because it's Viper, but now you have the Earth Spirit also. They have to consider defensively preparing for the hyper aggression that could be coming from EHOME towards this mid lane. And I love the nod of respect. They ban out that AA, which has been a favorite for EG to pair with that Faceless Void.
Yep. Even be surprised to see them and like a Witch Doctor as well on top of that. There's no amazing supports to have camped the mid lane to protect the Lina against the Earth Spirit. We saw them do, I think it was Kunkka one game with Fear. He was spending a lot of time sitting behind against the Spirit additions to protect Sumail. It didn't really work. They went on to win that, and it was very much a mid lane that knocked out. So,
you don't think it could pull up again? Just another stall game at this point?
It's possible, because Viper's not going to scale. Like last game, it wouldn't have worked because EHOME had a good late game. They had Lone Druid with Invoke, and it was always going to be a EHOME. Like now, from what we're seeing out of the first 2 picks, it's not going to necessarily be an EHOME team that can scale well. But that's only on the Viper. They've still got their off lane for 11. They carry for CTY, but the Lone Druid in the pool, which is the planer, is that seems to be the only like carry that 11's playing out of the offlane. We haven't seen him on the Prophet at all.
Have we seen an 11 offlane Night Stalker? Night Stalker's still out there, but already committed for their Spirit as 4 position. Could they still maybe consider having a Night Stalker to the offlane instead? I love the ban that EG did on Faceless Void because, or not the Faceless Void, the Darkseer, because Iron Shell plus Earth Spirit is ridiculous. Well, that's the exact question, guys. It's going to be EHOME ban out the Night Stalker there.
Wanting to deal with fear for position. I saw.
If you could grab like, Tuck could be
10
follow-up option
seconds remaining.
potentially.
Solid. They definitely want one of their supports to
5
probably able
seconds
often
remaining.
damage to current sphere. But Shock is kind of one of the comes to mind there.
Reserve time.
Witch Doctor, I think, would be a good pick. I'm actually surprised EHOME didn't ban that out instead of Night Stalker. It would be a pretty obvious grab for EG.
But no, like the carry role now, so the pool is wide open for both CTY and RTZ. So your Morphlings, Terrorblades, your CTY Juggernaut's still in the
Jugs,
pool.
yeah.
So very just wide open for these players to do what they want, and I don't think we'll see much pressure headed towards some of these carries.
Also, Clinks is something that EG do look to run along with the Faceless Void. Don't be surprised if we see the RTZ Clinks come out.
Yep. I love the last ban on the Brood. Brood forgotten all tournament, and then all it takes is one game of EHOME brooding their way past OG in game 3, and then suddenly it's been banned every single game of this series, I believe. But game 1 and 2 was banned up by EHOME, this time it's banned up by EG, I want to say. So
10 seconds remaining.
we're seeing teams just it kind of sucks because it's in a lot of ways a throwaway ban. There's for all we know, I mean, for EG are probably even thinking like they're not even considering Brood, but on that tiny chance they are,
Yeah.
and they fourth pick Brood. When that's one of the another really great thing about being first pick right now is you get that fourth pick where you can snag a Brood and then you ban out one of the Brood counters, or they've already committed 4 heroes, so
EHOME's turn
you don't
to
have
pick.
much room to counter the. You've only got 1 pick left to deal with the Brood. A fourth pick Brood is just brutal. So first pick is definitely the. There's a good reason why everyone's choosing first pick at the moment.
So EG for their 3rd pick. Don't opt for something like the Witch Doctor here. They go for the Bane. No typical BKB candidate yet on the side of EHOME here, so what are we feeling like the purpose of this is possibly? Is it to hang around the mid lane and sleep assist if necessary from the pressure of Earth Spirit? Or it could be something that they're looking to synergize with the remaining 2 picks potentially.
Yeah, it's a strong PPD hero, something
Reserve
with
time.
a bit more pick-off potential than like his Treant that we've seen times.
What if they do like a Fear Mirana? We don't get to see it very often, but
I think more likely towards Tunka to give them team fight. You can throw the boat in the Chronosphere. You've got the Nightmare into Torrent synergy. Already pretty good synergy between Bane and Lena. I think morale is just way too. You have no good you throw an arrow if you're going to get spiraling boulder. You throw an arrow, just hope it hits, and even if it hits, there's a good chance you're not. It's not like an instant play. It has to travel and get there. So
Evil geniuses turn
it seems
to
to me like a weak pick, but.
yeah, it's Lion. The Lanham Lion. Good work, Mass Disable here. Very nice. If you're caught outside the chrono, you certainly just ruined Faceless Void's day with a couple of easy knockdowns. Empty burst. Typically, BKB chance here already for EG, so Lion should be able to have free will.
10 seconds.
I'd love to see him go back for the Pugna again. That would put Kako onto something like the Lion, but
5 seconds remaining.
Pugna
Kaka's
gets...
got to play Earth Spirit.
Oh, sorry, they've got Earth Spirit. No, you're right. Okay,
He's
so
the number 2 Earth
Reserve
Spirit.
time.
no, so they've got their support duo. They need their carry their offlane.
Which, as you said, still wide open. So maybe you need to grab up what remaining offlaner options are out there. There's not many of them left. That's gone. They got rid of already the Lone Druid, obviously. Darkseer's out. Faceless Void's already been
10
snagged up.
seconds remaining.
So we could see 11 on something we have not seen at all recently. So you're leaving out there what real potential options? Going back to like a Earthshaker. He goes back to his days of getting Tusk and takes that to the offlane.
EHOME's turn
Oh,
to
PGD
pick.
can play the Dazzle.
Morphling, they're going to secure their carry here. They
Evil
decide
geniuses turn to ban.
there's 4 heroes which don't deal well with. I mean, you've got burst damage coming up from Lena Lagoon and the lockdown of a Bean script, but you can got 0 silence to prevent the morph strength this game. No orchid buy, so a pretty strong, solid Morphling game
10
all in all.
seconds
Hard
remaining.
to take down the Morphling, even in a Chrono, just if he gets that Morph off, it
5
becomes
seconds
very
remaining.
difficult. The EG does have the benefit of a little bit of a armor synergy here with the Dazzle Grab. Could be very effective against the Morphling, but
EHOME's turn
So
to
ban
ban.
onto the team fight of the Titan. I mean, that's something EHOME just kind of slightly lacking here. When they have the Morphling, they're going to look to make that 4-hero composition that can take fights and be very kind of just self-sustaining. They don't need to come along, and having a Tide Raft would
10
definitely
seconds
provide that.
remaining.
They're kind of missing that early game spell, that Bruiser to go with the Earth Spirit Lion and Viper.
Evil
Jug banned out.
geniuses
Will we
turn to
see
pick.
the Terrorblade? Will we see the Clinks here?
Klink's fair's alright.
They
Gives
are
them some power push.
some difficult targets. The more Klink's not
Yeah.
easy, Viper's not easy, Earth Spirit even, unless it's a Orchid Klink's, it's not easy to catch either.
I think they're unlikely to pick Klinks. They're picking them for the Orchid.
Yeah. So
Picking Klinks, they'll just would go for the standard build, but
could go back for
10
something different
seconds
instead.
remaining.
Can't really do the No, they will go with the Klinks. Okay,
Three
so they
players turn to
opt for
pick.
the hefty burst damage there. And
Ooh.
what? EHOME taking a
off-lane Enchantress.
It is the off-lane Enchantress. I was gonna say they are taking advantage of the Western book. We
Oh.
have seen a couple of Chinese teams still sport the support Enchantress here, but 11 is gonna.
My boy, all alone. I mean, this is old chicken. Every single game just pulls out something new. You know, we've seen Percy Ursa, we've seen just funky picks left, right, and center from this team. Now we go to Enchantress.
I have enjoyed both of these teams because they have both shown that they adapt to both metas. Coming into this event, I was real excited because I've already seen a lot of what the Western teams have been doing because of Star Ladder, but then I got to do the Chinese qualifier and I'm seeing, you know, no more Lone Druids, more Morphlings, more Night Stalkers. And then when we get here, we're seeing the Western teams start picking the more and adapting. Now we're seeing like a play Enchantress, kind of taking a little bit of each other and adapting a bit. And it's been a real choice. Here we go, folks. Game number 3, and like I said before, what could possibly be our last game here? EHOME already up 2 games to EG. EG, you're gonna have to pull off a serious comeback, but on EHOME side, they got that Kaka Earth Spirit, so can't help but feel like that they are in the favorite here.
And I mean, Enchantress not great against the Klinks, but the Bane Dazzle support duo will struggle a bit. Like if Enchantress gets a good first creep at
30
the
seconds
big
to
camp
battle.
over by the secret shop,
Which they
it's going to be
block.
it's going to be problematic. Yeah, they've protected it for them apart. And the other thing is, I think Kaka roaming around is not going to bother helping Morphling. CTY is just be left alone a lot. He's against a Void. He may get some support from the Lion, but if Lion goes to the safe lane, it's probably more for his own sake to pull, to get some farm, get some levels. Earth Spirit is going to be ganking mid and ganking the supports with the Enchantress. Like Earth Spirit plus Enchantress is very potent.
And they got a good ward in the mid lane for this Earth Spirit, but we could see possible contention towards the top. Will Kaka dish out the first roll, the slow 100 damage? No.
They played safe.
Played safe.
EG were in much better position of a stronger level 1 fight, had the positioning advantage. Unfortunately for Old 11, he the bottom, so that meant both going his way. But better than go for the bounty room and then feeding a kill or two. Just I've seen a lot of teams try like, oh, we're getting night bounty room. We've got to commit to this. We've got heroes, and then the situation just gets worse.
So for now, he's not looking to go straight to the neutral camp to get the camp. He's just going to opt for the being in the lane. So
Oh, he's gone untouchable level 1. That's not the.
yeah, this is their take, I guess, on the offlane Enchantress. Oh, Kaka appears towards the bottom.
Oh,
You would not
might
suspect that.
No Orb of Venom is the good news, but it's a. He's just straight up dead.
Okay. Well, no Orb
What
of
a
Venom
roll.
necessary.
He's
You
got
don't
boots.
suspect that because normally, you know,
Enchantress too fast.
very different. But
Oh my gosh.
what a start already.
This. I mean, you kind of mentioned like they're kind of taking a page from Western team's book, but when I see something like this going untouchable level, and I think he's actually been doing this himself over in like the Chinese FPL or whatever it is, or in high-level pub game, because he's his own little twist and playing it very differently to what we typically see.
CT really good loss right now, but
He's
gets
splashy.
done, and- oh my god.
He actually had
Oh,
100% agi,
Oh!
and he's dead. CTY, serves you right, son. Get some strength. What are you thinking?
He thought that Lana was just going to be a saving grace right there.
Full agi in the lane. Never go full agi. Come on, guys.
Roll right into Arteezy, and now he's got the level 2 boulder smash, and they're going to get him killed. You take our like, we'll take your clinks. Are they
Need
not
to
done?
beat- like,
He's got the wall. Going to hook up damage. He's got the creep to the towers wide, and he's hustling in the level 1. He's coming in play. The bull's going to be here, and they're going to get killed. Take down now.
Lane. And just great heads-up play from Kaka. Just rolls in on Clinks under the tower. Doesn't care they. He just sure they kill.
Oh shit.
Dead.
Bottom lane, the mid lane ults himself.
Yeah, Viper has-
14 and 3 CS to Vipers. 3 and 0. 3 and 0.
Yeah, and that seems to be the fear factor here in the middle. Counter as we can fear battle. It's the so now. Boom.
Did every single rolling boulder.
He got 2 hero-ups done as well. Straight hits here after that. Okay, now things are really bad. Until these kills at mid, okay, it's going to be 1 kill. Viper will survive. If not for that Lina kill, I think the early was fine for EG because they were crushing them really well. The Void had actually got a solo kill on Morphling. Just the bottom lane going poorly is not the biggest problem for EG. We're winning lanes, but now that Lina death, they start to swing homes way.
Start to go in the dark. He already kind of set the lane for 11 here at the bottom. I mean, look how confident as he strides level 2 untouchable with boots. Now power treads online.
Radiant's bottom tower is
A
under
lot more
attack.
than a simple dazzle and stop from being able to go. Now she's making a move.
Feeds the
PPD, but
feeds neutral.
Feared here. And he's gonna need some assistance, and that's gonna be coming from Kaka, who shows up and looking to go for PPD here. He gets the heal off and the grave, so they're gonna have to turn and run to the rescue. The Earth Spirit right now.
Oh,
Kill two. Serious. He steps to get the jack. What? Treads up already.
oh, come on, good luck, easy. Oh, the
They can't do it. Wow. Very close. And the follow up, but they don't have the.
Radiant's bottom tower
Kaka's
is
actually
under
too low
attack.
for this one. He's got stick. He's. Well, I don't know if he's gonna live. He's gonna rotate tonight. Or TZ trying to get there. Oh, that was very close. Nice skeleton walk for the extra movement speed burst.
Yeah.
I love this. You get
Dire's
a
middle
wild
tower
wing
is
tornado
under
creep
attack.
before you go back to base to heal. You can just send that mid or something to help out your teammates. Very poor Viper still though. 7 CS.
Yes.
That's still the biggest worry for EHOME.
That's the huge start EG did put in is this mid lane right now. So the benefits could be coming soon. Sumail going to be blitzing towards that level 6, getting that Laguna online and looking to kind of possibly take it back to 11 here if necessary.
Standing item.
See this last time? Then that one time helmet dominant?
Was that that was
that-
Miracle.
Oh,
He's
Yeah,
taking
maybe.
a page from the Miracle book. And when you go full agi, this is one way to benefit from that with the extra lifesteal to sustain yourself.
maybe it's a Mask of Madness here. It's CTY. I'll never put it past the guy for
TP's
anything.
coming
but...
top. They're looking to contest this lane. Both supports up here.
Yep. Okay. Here's rolling through. PPD already looking behind this tree, and suddenly they show Poison Touch is going to be there. There's the first Chrono game. It's going to be on the outside. Make it look easy with the grab on the Lion. And look at this, man. He's even getting some serious right-click work in on the low life of CTY, but look at this. Smoked up and on the move.
6. This is here, so damage for
Oh,
us
yeah.
to deal with.
It's still level 6 yet. Oh, it's winging it on this, but they would get the boulder smash and be able to take.
This Enchantress just steamrolling right now. Or TZ level 4, he's in the enemy jungle. He really is level 6. Like, shutting down Links isn't the biggest deal for EG,
Radiant's
assuming you can
middle
get
tower
levels,
is under
because
attack.
once you get that level 6, you can just death pack. You can pseudo jungle on the map and just use that damage against. But he's level 4 and he's. I mean,
Oh, he did.
work.
Another long well, but he got the attack off, yeah, and old chicken will be going down.
Needed to work for Otur's sake when he's had such a slow start level wise. He's still level 4. So much needed.
It is away from that top lane. It looks like the universe is going to make the back, and CTY will be going his group. Sumail now just moments away from getting his level 6. We'll have Laguna. Meanwhile, did work down side EHOME to possibly any sort of linking rotation.
It's so protect, but he wanted to place that in the lane, so the ideal ward for more. But pressure gonna continue bottom. Old 11, about to hit that level 7 mark.
Radiant's
Has had
bottom
big
tower
camp block.
is
I
under
like that
attack.
ward coming out in the bottom lane,
Radiant
making it a lot
structures
trickier.
are
Yeah,
fortified.
for Cantress to pressure into this bottom lane. If you're gonna tap bottom tier 1, you really need to have that.
They're
neutral
rotating
creep
for it right
support.
now. That's the Laguna getting ready to come to work, and it's going to go on to the Bambi here. And unless she tees out from where she is right now, I don't think she's going to be able to make her way.
She's hidden
She's
really
ducking in.
well.
Do they know she's in there?
If the smoke pops, they might. I think it just wore off. I think it actually popped.
Oh no! Show the lane. He's right there. They might cross paths in the bottom lane. They will. Puts them to sleep.
Sumail's very far either. They have
He's trying to track back.
Yeah.
Took her off, and God, there's no way. They get the
Radiant's
chrono
bottom
down.
tower
Unfortunately,
is
he
under
catches
attack.
his teammates in it. but goes for the heal. Goes
Right.
for the TP, but Sumail steps in, gets the stun, and gets the kill. It's a bit long-winded, but ultimately they do take her down. It's a lot of rotations, and
They kill Klink's top, but
Yeah.
this is a game the Enchantress kill means a lot more than Klink's kill. But it was a huge commitment. They invest all the time and resources.
and gonna be coming up just short, but they got the following stun. That means Viper can move on forward. The full of silence is gonna be there, but PD here with a shallow grave if necessary, and Kaka's gonna have to turn and run here, but it doesn't look like he's able to make it away as Universe does step in, gets out the time dilation, so boom! The last is gonna become fairly easy. Pushing it to the way, the double damage is gonna be there, shows himself again, steps in, gets the Lagoon. It's the kill. 3 go down from side of EHOME. EG.
Yeah, really nice counterplay to the EHOME aggression there in the mid lane. Egypt moved very well. Like the 4 heroes bottom was a big commit to kill the Enchantress, but the Enchantress, and this sets a necessity with the pressure that's coming from the tower. And just a huge start that Enchantress had. Mid, just in time to kind of prevent EHOME getting more done there. They've had really good Chronosphere usage so far this game, and they're just single type kill, but it comes at the right time. Like just the support to help give a bit of a boost to them, put the pressure, but not have that support there and find that catch.
I'm wondering here how long before EHOME might need to start prioritizing a little bit of solo time for some of their supports here. Getting the Magnetize online for Kaka would be a big grab, plus the Finger, of course. They still seem to be moving as a hitman squad here, so might have to put those plans on hold a bit and look for at least one more opportunity. And comes first in order for the Enchantress, taking up a bit, providing the extra move speed, of course, and we'll see if he's going to take as far as further itemization or decides to go with the more traditional like Dragonlance / Agnum Scepter build-up.
And this is still feeling like a potential just Morphling farm and take over the entire game situation. CTY, despite his play here or there, has not fallen behind at all in farm. He's up there as one of the most farmed here in the game, and Arteezy has been destroyed.
Yeah, he's just trying to find somewhere for himself right now. He's been secluded in the jungle, but look at this. They get the first Fiend's Grip onto CTY here. He's morphing up right now. They're going to be following it up with a Chrono, and Arteezy steps in, dishes out the extra work, and the 3-on-1 will be just enough to take down the mic. Looks like it'll be at their bottom tier 1 is left. Will help advance with that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
First,
attack. Radiant's
just when
bottom
Enchantress
tower has
become
fallen.
a simple man, they look at the game like, okay, Enchantress is slowed down. What's our next big problem? It's going to be the late game Morphling. So they send their next big gank, their next Chronosphere towards the Morphling. So they're just kind of transitioning from one kill to the next in a very kind of critical way. That's going to put EHOME in a bit of a spot here.
Those ultimate use, those new ultimate use, because EG supports are reaching their level 6 before EHOME's are, and it looks like they're giving Lanham the mid lane now, so he can finally get to his level 6 a bit. But they recognize that, and they're looking to punish him for it. But it will force out some rotations, it would seem. Can they get the catch here? If Kaka shows up, second to TP, so it's a little bit longer. So they go stun on that one, but had him first, they might be able to get the catch. Look at this top lane. EG make their move as they see all rotations go to the mid lane. They know that chicken could be stuck here alone, and it looks like they will be able to get the kill. Universe on a killing spree now for his face.
I'm going to think they'll road down. This is mid, a lot of chain EG way. I think it's going to affect it. Try and use Rish to pick me up.
Yeah, and as before, this means the supports can get some lanes for themselves here. So close to level 6. Then you magnetize with our Finger. These two knuckleheads can go back on moving and finding gank, taking it back. Let me be able to grab Roche. And each
Dire's top tower is under attack.
in their Faceless Void is top of the frickin' net worth god, so a lot going for him. It's just the Klink's gonna need to be to being good together.
The Klinks can go for just some more. They just want to rush a KB to allow himself to burst down the Enchantress restoration. Don't have to worry about the Earth Spirit so much.
Was it the Klinks? Was it a Klinks game where he ended up getting a Dragon Lance on the?
I think he gave Dragon Lance speed
Dire's
into
top tower is under attack.
KB and Dragon. That was a bit where could assemble or
Dire's
take
top
apart
tower has
for the
fallen.
they Good grab for them, but I imagine EHOME are going to be looking to kind of pick up the pace now that they got their level 6s on their Lion, on Burst. They might on the aggressive ones more. Hey, but you know what? Top lane, in addition,
Radiant's middle tower
their
is under attack.
response could be plenty for the Void to make back here, but me,
Radiant structures
look to
are
the south
fortified.
now. We got our teaser. He's creeping there. I don't know if he saw 11 or not, but he thinks that Lanham is going to be an easy
Radiant's
pick.
middle tower has fallen.
Be careful showing a quick reaction. It could be trouble. And look at this. Make it. This is the G squads there.
Radiant's middle tower
And
is
Island
under attack.
rolling on in. No magnetize now, but maybe EHOME have enough for a follow-up. Oh, Fear tries to TP away, but they are going to be catching
another
it.
ball
This
smash.
guy, he's a FIFA player, sure. He gets this ball in his Sumail, and it will get the kill there. Woo!
His been
And he's number 2 in the world on the hero, so he is kind of good at it. But yeah,
you know,
you could see the potential.
PP number 1 in the world, true protector, but there's no true protector in this game. Doesn't take away.
I can't. Yeah, I won't be able to say
But that was
Tree could be as good as Earthspear.
absolutely sick play coming out from Kaka, and Enchantress getting the kills.
He's just
keeping-
enjoying the hero before the nerfs come in.
Yeah. Don't be tricky. EG have so many that they can just Starfire, Chrono, the grip. It's really a big spells that you have to kind of counterplay. Be it the Chrono, the grip, the Yules, the Lena combo. But it is EHOME with the farm advantage for them being
Sprinting towards what looks like possibly the blink dagger here.
Enchantress
Eyes locked,
mode.
Yeah.
the spirit is
Run around more. See, it just sounds like the craziest thing
Oh.
ever.
And they're gonna get the stun timing. Yes, or the stun
Yeah,
timing. They
He
will.
waited
Not even
right
really
till
need
the
it.
end.
Yeah. The efficiency, perfectly done. And it will secure them to kill the baseless void. Will prolong his
That's-
blink dagger now.
I was about to say that probably a big gold thing. Yeah, 1,000 gold going EHOME's way to stop for that.
Oh,
Ah,
medallion for faceless void.
so okay.
I mean, maybe need.
I mean, it's a big boost in armor. I mean, looking at the physical damage, it's single target physical damage coming out of more flame in the later stages.
I mean, sometimes pick medallion. Maybe he won't be able to get the item and need someone else to pick it up instead.
To go for Roshan later if they ever get control of this
Radiant's
game.
bottom tower is
Yeah,
under
It
attack.
is a odd, different pickup coming out from him. I don't think it's definitely not to be picked up just like for the hey, I can
Radiant's
chrono
bottom
someone and
tower is
I
under
kill them
attack.
off by medallion them because
Yeah.
he's not doing that much damage from the clinks. So it's to boost up clinks' damage and protect against the physical damage coming from Viper from Morphling. Morphling who is not going to get the pure right click skin, so pretty annoying for them to deal with. Later on, you get a solar crit, pop that on the Morphling, and he's like, "Oh man, I gotta get an MK or something."
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
All the meanwhile, Sumail able to finish the look Lena, so has that now. A couple of initiation options here between EG, between the Universe and Sumail now. And he's heading bottom lane. Lagoon's up and ready to go as EHOME moving in. They shut the weave,
Radiant
but
structures are
EHOME
fortified.
happy to just push their chin out.
They-
Oh my goodness, even Cockling in, he's actually going to get the extended. But the quick heals response to Sumail's meeting with the LSA, but not going to stick around for the Laguna as EHOME
PPD.
approach. The javelins come out, he's getting forced to grave. And they can't get the sights before the grave comes out. Look at that 3-man chrono set up from Universe. Time violation, beautifully done right in the middle. Could be EG's chance for a bit of a setup, but is it going to be enough? Finally, they're able to bring down Old Chicken.
CTY.
Look how deep CTY is, and they got a big Fiend's Grip right under the tower. He's
That's
trying to
Aegis.
morph back the strength, and he won't even lose the Aegis. He's able to make it away from trouble. A 2-2 split
Wake
right
up
now.
the Enchantress! She
He
does
goes
more
right
damage
back
than you,
in.
CTU. Come on!
He's just like, I want to lose my first life. Now awake, 11 moves in, and that's it.
Oh man, that impetus down. The Enchantress just wrecks in those kind of fights where you're staying alive, dishing out impetus the entire fight. There you go, 2.5k damage though.
What a hero.
No surprise. I mean, look how little damage everyone else did. That's the crazy thing for EHOME there. It's not just that Enchantress did a lot, it's that everyone else did next to nothing.
Dire's
That
top
problem
tower
of you
is under
can't-
attack.
You can't do anything about her, but you can't ignore her either. It's just, if you listen to her like a turret, dishing out all those right clicks, it's...
And she's getting enough, like, so much farm that she's not the easiest target to bust down with the Laguna combo. You've got the Dragon Lance for some extra HP. Aghanim Scepter's probably coming up soon as well.
I think she has a point booster, so...
The mech helps heal you up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, point boost halfway to an Ag Scepter.
Wow. It's 12-12, but I tell you, if you're tuning in right now, EHOME have the advantage. It's pressure on EG at this point to find the back kind of play. They already had the Laguna come online and go to work the Chrono, the Fiend's Grip. Yeah. What comes up next here that they can try to...
Clinks needs to rush BKB so he can just burst down right-click Enchantress in B. He has a mid... I'd be very surprised by a Desolate pickup. I just don't think that solves their problem.
Okay, got that Solar Crest. They're going to look to work right here on the Morphling. They set it up with the Sleep. They followed the Fiend's Grip, got the Solar Crest, they got the damage, but man, look at that. Even that might not be enough. It will be in the end, but they really have to sweat it out for it.
Good pickup. I mean, C2I getting caught a few times here and there, but I mean, it's EG putting a lot of resources onto wherever he is on the map. You look again, like where EHOME are after that pickoff happens, they're farming mid, bottom. They've got complete ward control over the Radiant jungle. Morphling is still farming well. That one pickoff is not going to change that, so it doesn't hurt EHOME too much.
Yeah, you've already taken residence across the whole bottom half of the map right now, including EG's jungle territory. So EG has a full 5-man take of their business all the way to the top lane. They'll make use of the resources there, farming in the jungle, pushing through the lane. But this is like all the options they have right now in the lane. A great pick on the Morphling, but they are definitely going to need a lot more. As I like to say, that's one step of what I would say maybe a 5 or 6 step program here for them. Tower. Lift going to be popped, and he might be able to walk away with a little bit of extra loot.
It's a pretty weak pushing trio here. It looks like EG may be setting up to try and contest Chronosphere is at the ready.
Yep.
Nice TP position, won't be scouted.
Go in. If Kaka's nearby, he can kick stun. Nice little
side,
but it's actually on Sumail. Oh, Chicken's still good. They're going for Sumail, and they get it with the help of the player. Magnetize was also committed, so that will be a miss, but
that was so good. That was incredibly great save.
Stun again coming out from Kaka. PPD gonna be forced to dish out the grave, but he's gonna be a slow walk back. They'll leave him on the side as a sweet little treat as they make their move for Universe. They get that kill and PPD, and suddenly EHOME could be quick to go to the high ground once again.
I can't believe that auto smash. He doesn't aim for the void. He knows that the only way you lose Viper there is if that Lina gets the combo off. Lina gets the stun off, but is hit by the boulder smash doesn't happen, and Viper's still going to die. But then Lion comes in. They chain stun the Lina perfectly when Sumail's running in to try and go for that combo. It was just the best defensive play possible. Great in the moment decision making. Lynx is going Escalate. I'm not a big fan of this just because I think you're just not going to be able to burst through the Enchantress untouchable too well with it. Even its is up, it's level 1 strafe, so it's very short duration.
Tier 3 down, let's go to Roche.
Oh my gosh, this is such a dominant performance from them.
It's going to be up as soon as they get there. This is just the dream right now for EHOME, a team that is in front of the hometown crowd, and they are on the verge of walking away with a 3-0. Walking away from the Frankfurt Major, people said China Dota was dead, but wouldn't you believe it? EHOME look like the best team on the block right now.
There's the Ag Scepter from 11, and all the pieces of the puzzle coming together. Kaka, look at the, like you say, enjoy this hero for one last tournament. I don't even think he's going to make it to the Major. But Kaka saying, let's have one last good run.
That's the thing for EHOME, man. Just the prop for the first 2 games, that Lone Druid forces EG to ban it, but EHOME are glad to either pull out the Faceless Void or the Earth Spirit and make both of them look like the OP hero. And now Lanham is going to put up from the Clinks. They get the setup with the Sleet. It's a deep commitment. Yeah, just a support line.
That's those ganks earlier in the game were going to the Morphling, so a land the slightest concern. But it's Roshan again, a greedy 2-hero Roshan. They're showing enough heroes on the map that EG just don't seem to be suspicious right now, and even the replicate can move out. They can send that replicate bottom, show it somewhere, and then suddenly EG are going to be kind of maybe just a bit boggled by the fact that, oh, the Enchantress on the map, they're not roshing, but oh yeah, you bet they are.
And they have no easy way to scout it either, so looks like it will be an Aegis sack to them. Morphling picks it up.
And EG were so scared they weren't even taking the tier 1 tower. Not until they see the Roach go down does Clinks realize, like, oh, they're not here? I'll take the tier 1 tower. But they were playing very cautiously, as if EHOME was about to jump them.
PBD drops a ward in the mid lane here so they can try to get
for
the idea.
Universe.
Yeah, he had to pass on that and go for the Solar Crest, and it looks like a BKB might have to be in order here for him.
Feels like the Lean's maybe the one who's going to need to blink this game just to position around all these stuns. The Aether Lens is going to help a lot because he has to get in too close to the EHOME heroes when he went for that combo during the last Chronosphere. If he can be positioned such that he doesn't get stunned up by the Boulder Smack, by the Lion Impale, it's going to help him a lot. Yeah. And also just boosts up his damage.
Yeah, ramp up the damage for sure.
Okay, CTY, this has happened a few too many times. CTY's deaths have kind of, at this stage, been kind of the saving grace for EG. If not for them, this game could just be one and done.
Radiant's top
He's
tower is
still
under
kind of
attack.
hanging around this bottom lane, but it looks like he will finally sidestep a bit.
No, it just looks like he even scouted PD there, possibly.
As RT will try to make work out another tier 1, bringing in whatever economy is possible here for EG, but...
Oh, they're going for the Klinkle at bottom? Not find.
Radiant structures
Lana was there, but it looked like he just used the dust and it was out of range. Instead, look at this. EG rotate and they try to get a catch, but
they cover their retreat well. Yep. Yeah, they even pop the Drust. Just they know as soon as line TP's bot, they're vulnerable. Whew. Nice use of fog, and yeah, using the drum as well the rock kick, and then they roll on out. So good heads up and not giving any room for EG to find a mistake and capitalize on it.
Got it.
R2's being pretty pesky here. Wave not going to be there in time to get the catch.
Maybe he'll have to resort back to old Cloud9, MLG Columbus Blinks, split push tactics here.
That's a big throwback. So what do we got? Kaka halfway to Ag Scepter and CTY going back for the Lincoln Sphere. This is a afterthought. I don't think he necessarily wanted to go this, but after one too many deaths to the Bane,
yeah,
and also good against the Lina set up with a Yules or blocking a Laguna Blade would be fantastic. He's going to go for the Link. And it's a good Lincoln's game. His build just a bit more like greedy side. It allowed him to take Roshan in fairness. Like without the Helm of the Dominator plus Yasha one of just the most cost-effective Agi / damage items for an Agi hero in the game. With a like Lincoln's or Purse build, I don't think Roshan would actually be possible for them.
We'll have to see now what EG can do as far as high ground of defense. They have a Blink Chrono now at the ready, but it might be able to guarantee maybe one kill for them. I can't help but feel like EHOME's teamfight is still so spectacular here. They get the set for Arteezy, it's going to prompt out the early grip. They get a Chrono for the backliners here, but there's no serious damage. They now commit in, they get a hold of Universe and take them out for a minute without a playback here. Oh, could this be it for EHOME? They move in. Get Sumail up in the air, and that Fear, who's trying to dish out the big Fiend's Grip, has the Glimmer Cape that does damage. CTY under a lot of pressure, going to be forced to waveform back, and they go right back for the racks. They're looking to walk out with some sort of serious bounty here.
They haven't actually got the racks here.
It's a long siege here.
It's just still in line for CTY though, and I think that's where they want to try and keep on going forward here.
He's going to hand it away, it looks like.
A lot of just small plays that EG made that fight to help him out. Having that full duration Fiend's Grip. Oh, okay.
God, they got the long catch.
Another great PPD. Saving heroes constantly this fight.
Kick that was set up Kaka to get that potential kick on Sumail, and wouldn't you know it, they get the grab onto Old Chicken on the way out. A respectable hold coming out from EG here. And they're looking for more. CTY going to be sold to the LSA, bursted down Laguna, but nope. That man is out of there.
Barely out, yep.
Whew. So, EG are able to kind of put the brakes on the assertive push coming from EHOME for now. And they're not going to be able to walk away with any sort of hefty loot for it, though.
EG had a number of heroes surviving on just slivers of HP. The grave saves from PPD, Sumail with the Yules to block the Pegasus that were going to kill him, and then he ends up getting back to Paladin. Fortunately for EHOME, like I think if C2 has something like a Lincoln's, he can probably dive in a bit deeper and secure some of those kills. Most importantly, a kill on a hero like Lina at that stage. But he's just a little bit underfarmed, and this is one of the first games of the tournament I feel where you can actually say that. C2I, yeah, he's well and true not farming how well he'd normally like to be. But a Heaven's Halberd Viper on the front lines. The evasion not going to be easily countered by Clinks anytime soon. And on top of that, the disarm onto the Clinks also unlikely to be countered.
He's their only
Anytime
like
soon.
ion cannon of damage right now.
Oh, okay.
With that
Actually,
Death Zone Solar
he's,
Crest.
he's close to the BKB, so I take that back. He will have a way of getting out of it at a pretty decent time.
Smoke here from EHOME. As they look to head out towards the bottom right now. I imagine Kaka's got to get pretty close towards that Agnum Scepter. He's had just the booster for quite a while, and that will make their high ground siege how much easier if he's able to kind of take someone out of the equation at the start of the fight.
Gosh, I think OTZ's just going to be keeping home, though. He's got no mana at the moment. If he pushes forward, that's very greedy and be the death of him.
If he shows himself, they could quickly try to swarm here. Not too far off his old chicken and the rest of EHOME.
He sees them behind him now. He's
definitely not show himself.
Yep.
But they're
Good
anticipating.
patience.
He's doing the split push thing here, and they would love to be able to spot him. Oh God, he dropped the Aquila. He's got to ditch it. No, he grabbed it. Oh, dangerous game
That
being played
is
here.
like looking for the full max value out of your soul when you're dropping the Aquila. Some next level toggling.
So he takes up residence, it looks like, in the EHOME jungle in the meantime.
Double damage. Nifty little rune. But Lina? Yeah, Lina's gonna grab it.
So they'll pick up that one, and they'll be able to get some of these lanes across the river and away from the EG home here.
Fail for PPD.
I guess just whoever's caught inside the chrono, you just Veil, Solar Crest, dish out whatever damage you can.
Exactly. It's not like they've got a ton of magic damage that's going to benefit from this, but it's just like, let's amplify our damage output as much as possible in kind of cheaper, more cost-effective ways. So Lina nukes, and you've got Void Bashes, which are magic, which is kind of like so. But for EG, it is a lot of physical damage. There's still a slightly odd pickup, but you're kind of in a position where what else do you need? You have enough defensive tools. They've got the Glimmer Cape, they have the Grave. So opting for something a bit more on the offensive side of things.
What do you think 11 should go for now? I mean, casual Moon Shard, make the most out of the right click.
On Enchantress, BKB is... I guess the Ags is coming so soon on Lina.
They don't seem to be really focusing her right away, so maybe BKB might not be necessary.
Saving up quite a bit of money. Moonshot's always just the single target burst is just insane. But yeah, BKB gets less appealing because of that Lina Ags. I'm curious as well. I don't think there's any easy to say item for the Enchantress at this point. And soon to be respawning as Roche. This time, Cheese and Aegis, he already smoked up, looking to get wards down and contest said Roshan. Their last smoke in quite some time. The dire wards around them, but we'll be able to bypass this and...
Ooh, Chrono to 2 set up from the Arteezy scouting right. They're going to get 1, they could get 2, they do! Quick 1-2 pickoff right there for EG. Now it might be their chance to move in and get the Roche.
Yep.
The beginning of the comeback here for EG, possibly.
Fireback's not being used, so it looks like EHOME just gonna accept their fate. Very nice job. Perfect time to go for the smoke play. And the most kind of important play about that initiation was taking that ward, just putting on the high and getting the vision they needed for Universe to hit that wonderful chronosphere. So great observer placement and patient enough to wait for the second here. If you just kind of gone in on the Lion, you don't get the, you're not going to get the Enchantress because they're just going to sack the line and just go from there. But getting 2 heroes out of it, and this is where even probably they thought coming into this game, okay, if we get to like 35 minutes with a Morphling, we're going to be in great position, but Morphling is still not very farmed.
He spotted Kaka, and he still needs a little bit of time for Rolling Boulder, but not even going to be necessary. Easy Freen's grip, easy right clicks coming out from RT. Another pickoff going the way of EG, and suddenly Arteezy on a mega kill streak with his Clinks.
He's the most farmed here in the game, next to the Morphling, after a terrible start.
Long range Yules with the help of the Aether Lens, committing the Laguna. Yes, they will. What is happening?
By pick.
The dream is still alive here for EG as they begin to string together a couple of extra kills here.
Whoa.
Dire structures
Just
are fortified.
animation lag.
making their move.
Is under attack.
Staggery as ever, but it is an advancement onto the tier 2.
Dyer's
EHOME have to step back or be at risk of being caught at 11, making it to the base if possible, but he does get caught up with the Yules, it looks like. Sidesteps. Impetus is being traded. Adaptive strike from CTY, but he's going to be put to sleep as they make their move for 11, and they got the kill. Another pick coming the way. This one for Sumail as he goes onto a killing spree. And suddenly, EG are the team moving in for the high ground right now, and they start going to work on this tier 3. Chrono up at the ready here. The other side has a magnetize, but
Is under attack.
they don't have quite enough
Dyer's
damage
middle
coming
tower
out.
has fallen.
Pipe slowly come back. Tier 3 goes down, and suddenly EG are making their move in for the racks, and now CTY back in action, and the Crow's going to be cast across the whole game as they are in permanent time. Like, there's the Chrono, there it goes, it's over, and well, I don't know what the hell's happening right now. They make the move for Arteezy. He gets the grave up. It looks like Viper will be going down. They get the grab onto Lanham right now. Arteezy unstoppable as he's moving on in, and look at that. 11 going to be slept up. They caught him in place. Now they're looking to dish out the damage. Do they have the burst for the Enchantress? It doesn't look like it. Kaka going to be forced to buy back here, and now they put their sights for Universe. Another grave coming out for PPD. Man, he keeps keeping him alive right now. Now they're looking for a retreat, but Universe not going to be able to survive. All range Impetus is coming out, and they make their trace for that pesky little Dazzle. He may be able to last bite and jump around, but he's not going to be able to get back. It looks like here. They got this, and they will be able to bring him down. It's going to be the EHOME, a buyback there onto their Cock Earth Spirit. They are going to be holding. Whew. Let's get
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that team fight.
it's hard to gauge.
More, I'm looking at Aftermath, which is Rack still standing, Morphling still farmed here in the game, and a pretty beastly late game carry. Other than that, though, the rest of the Aftermath is the 3 EG cores, all 13k plus net worth. This Viper is becoming kind of food for EG. And it's very difficult for EHOME to secure these fast kills in these fights because of these Dazzle Graves, so EHOME take a big dent to their overall farm, having to use buybacks in that fight, and EG just get further and further into a position. BKB and Bane, so he's got very little to deal with Fiend script, very little, I mean nothing outside of the Earth Spirit Aghanim Scepter, which is not complete yet.
They really would love to have this Aghanim Scepter. It's just, if you look at EG, it feels like that outside, like a Chrono, like no serious AoE team fight. It's single to quickly take out one by one who's in that Chronosphere, but at least if Kaka has an Aghanim and he can wait on the outside, he could just enchant Ren whoever is the focus and take him out from harm's way. And then once they are able to withstand the initial onslaught of EG, that could be their opportunity for a bit of a counterplay here. But they have been handing over a lot to EG up to this point, and they're going to have to hope that they can reform a bit, come together as a team.
And Enchantress will continue to do huge single target DPS, but it's just going to get less reliable as EG scale more toward the late game. They have plenty of tools to kill off this Enchantress. Enchantress has actually gone to Blink as a mobility tool to help with positioning.
Not throw Impetus Blink backward for extra deeps.
The bait out the Chronosphere and then Blink as it's being cast.
Yeah, of course.
Zero man Chrono. All right, let's go. He just threw a Lotus Sphere. We got that.
Got to be quick on the trigger though. What's the bottom lane here? They see the spot chicken, and it's easy stun setup, but they got the pull because they got the Ags.
It's one of those, like, we ever talked about the Ags on Earth Spirit, and the pull is kind of like that forgotten about until it feels good.
Amazing.
I mean, that was the part of the hero that was removed before it got added to DM mode.
Casual stone uphill. It doesn't look like they have vision, but was do they? No, yeah, they do have vision up in that highlight shot, but they do reveal that they can see EG where they are, and it's enough to kind of force them to hustle back a bit. DD root the bottom. This Clinks, man, he hits hard.
Yep. Never mistake DD though for being vulnerable, just because you've got BB as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't find him, they will be able to burn down. And CTY went back for the look and Z-Blade, just kind of went a roundabout way of getting there. But it's kind of in that position that EG were in, where you want to be able to force out like a preemptive B&B from someone like Clinks. And just throwing it, even if you don't get the kill, also forces out a grave on target, so you just throw it at the start of the fight on whichever hero is kind of closest to you or slightly out of the position, and they get grave, they have to BKB, or and then after you can just kind of disengage and wait till it's back up, or wait till you're kind of in a position to the subsequent fight.
Yeah. Here comes EG though. Confident to move on forward here as EHOME pressed through the bottom. I don't know how recently Lamb did pick up that blink. He might have had it for a while, but being able to get that blink catch now.
Yeah, he's had it for
With an Aether Lens on top makes it
for a
even
little
easier.
bit, I'd say.
Dire's middle
At least like
barracks are under attack.
five-ish minutes. Trying to get the high ground ward.
Oh.
There's a gem though on line, so it should be dealt with. Should be dealt with pretty quickly, but
Sumail quick to clear the way and keep the pressure inside the base. Oh, they get the quick ward. So
one of those wards that if somehow went unnoticed could just win you the game.
Arteezy look to try to get some poking damage on these racks from the low ground here.
I think after the last few fights going quite poorly, it's C2Y's in the mindset where he wants to be able to split this up.
Whoa, they get the catch. They're going to be able to get 3 Universe here. Laguna, they'll take out Kaka. No buyback because he committed for the Agri Scepter. That's a huge takedown. CTY, who's going to be gripped up. Arteezy looking to help up, but he's caught in the middle as he's going to be split up and taken down with the assistance of BTY. This forces EG back in a way here.
Okay.
They got 2 picks, but they didn't advance any additional damage on the racks. They lost Arteezy, and they'll have to back out.
Ports for the Clinks is, and Clinks, one of the more fun parts, is kind of even trade.
Right? Yeah, pretty streak, so I think there's a bit of a bounty there handed over.
Well, yeah, 650. Going Viper of all heroes who needed the gold, so he suddenly got himself up to 2.3k. And it was such a good Cronus fit from EG, but able to do enough damage inside.
Because it's really like a Laguna and then whatever Clinks can do.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's a big chrono. He has to walk all the way up in there to get some damage off. Puts him in a bit of a awkward
It's always a
spot.
big question of who you actually want to Laguna. Like, is like Lagooning their spirit to kill him off worth it? Like, such a problem here. You're on the enemy high ground, he's got Ags, he's going to kick you into the fountain. But if you don't Lagoon to him, that means you don't have the damage to kill the Maw, to kill the Viper or the Enchantress. So it's kind of tough question for EG when you've only got one Guna, which means let's get 2. Let's get a Refresher.
He'll pull you into the fountain or whatever. If you don't take him out, he'll just save whoever you are trying to take out.
Yeah.
So it's EG in a serious pickle right now. And with the advancement EHOME have, they're going to be able to move down. They grab up the Roshan the Aegis here. So regroup, reform thoughts, and start heading across the other side and look to finish what you started in the mid lane. Does that sound like a good plan? Or no?
I think they want to find pickoffs before they go high ground. I don't think they can just try and brute force through EG. If you're, I mean, you're not going to be grouped up or positioned such a way that you can get a 4 or 5 man chrono when you're pushing high ground. It's easy enough for him to choose a target chrono than to pull it to get a kill. So I think EHOME would rather try and deward the map and find pickoff if possible. TY great at doing so. He's got the replicate as an escape tool and will be roaming around looking for blood.
All of EG back behind Arteezy here, so
Ping C2I, he's got Aegis, but if EG thinks he's alone, they may try to go on him.
both teams are in this top lane right now. There's a weak Kaka rolling forward. This kick stun is going to be a miss. But as they continue to move in,
Script's going to be on 11 here. He's going to do the Enchant Remnant. He does it. He does get it off.
Very
It might
late.
be a bit too late. Doesn't go committed pull. But look at that. They're going to be able to blink, sidestep. He's going to be fine for now. Still alive and well. Old
Oh,
Chicken
geez.
holding strong. 2-man stun does come out from Lanham. There's going to be the finger and the kill on the PPE. Universe now steps in, gets off the chrono, looking to isolate Lanham right now. But Sumail gets the finish, taking out Old Chicken, and they get Lanham. CTY, though, gets the return fire, being able to finish off Sumail. They've already lost 4. The 5th has to retreat. It's a fight for EHOME now.
Blink Dagger, what a Enchantress just gets herself into the tree, right clicking it. Had the cheese too, which was I think that's why Spirit waited so long to use the activate Stone Remnant on her, Enchant Remnant, because he thought maybe the Enchantress was going to be fine, that he could save it for like a more high priority save or a high priority kill.
He has the blink, so it's the
Yeah.
second it ends, he just shift clicks probably, or the shift cues the blink to get away. It's plenty of time to get the
And they've
cheese
still
in.
got ages for this push.
As they move forward, already 2 buybacks going to be set up from each. What can they do to stop EHOME from taking the grand final now? A win here will close the whole thing
Too
out.
fast for the beat
It
react.
just blew up the Dazzle, and without those huge aim-saving graves, this is not going to be easy at all for EG. The melee racks does go down, and it looks like they're going to be able to take both of them out. Ouch!
Oh, the bad-
right in the face.
That's a third of Lena's HP. Went from 1500 to 1000.
You first get shot.
Nobody's safe.
No, not at all. They pulling CTY back zone here, and you gotta be feeling good walk high down the mid lane.
And buyback force now. So still ages, they can force another fight once they regroup. 2 minutes to go for another push, and this is now they do want because buybacks on cooldown. They can kill someone like the Luna, and if that means no buyback, it could just be game over.
They win this fight, they win this tournament.
Yep. And I think CTY is kind of caught on that blowing up the Dazzle is actually really useful with the E-Blade. If you can quickly get that combo out, because anyone else is just get gripped up, take the Dazzle, wait for it to cool down, and then the Dazzle being down, cool down.
Get closer to that though. This Aegis. Do EHOME want to play this extra safe because it is final match?
We've got a really Morphling late game is the ultimate carry. Clinks is not great past 40 minutes. It's really a struggle for him. He doesn't have the ability, like Morphling having replicate, having just this split push factor is so.
And now they got a satanic Y in hand. This is good time for him. And G do this YOLO kind of player, looking to find a pick up outside base on the wards to see how EHOME are looking to move. Arteezy's committed. He's got his Daedalus now. Pulling together whatever ammunition they can for their one final defense before possibly being taken out. 0-3. EHOME back on the grind though. We'll keep these links pushed in.
Times being say just
That's expired.
a factor. Not now. And I think even the down with the buyback, there's a good chance they can secure themselves even the next Roshan and play around having another Aegis, having another cheese. Gia just, you can see Universe, he's going from Maelstrom. I think he recognizes that going into the late game, EG gonna lack edge. Clinks can't be everywhere, he's very single target oriented. And isn't going to be the best late game carry, so he wants to make sure that he can be that kind of secondary carry. Lina is going to need to be able to dish out a lot more as well. Have we seen what Lina's next item was going to be after spending the money? So, hasn't committed to anything yet. Refresher seems like a really big item pickup. It's just whether you want to go for something more defensive or I guess there's hexes as possibilities. BKB is so-so. But I think Hex or more likely the Refresher is going to be the name of the game for Sumail.
During that time as well, Kaka got his Aether Lens, which is sick nasty good on a Earth Spirit.
When you can buy this, like, what, 1800 gold item, oh no, more than 1800 gold, whatever, 2-point-something K item at 45 minutes in.
I mean,
it's good.
I would buy it there.
Yeah.
It's so good. Every single ability pretty much benefits from it. Longer stone drops, increased pull range, increased range for the enchant.
You get the stones back fast. No, I'm thinking of what am I talking about? That's something else. That's the arcane rune. It's late here.
We'll see though. How are they going to look to lead things in? Obviously looking to stall out. They want that extra life before they make their move. And will EG be sedated? Oh my god, that donkey, it's one javelin, just flies up and never falls back down
You
again.
called her a turret. She wants to truly be a turret. Goes on a cliff and just starts throwing little spears at people, couriers, animals, anyone who comes near.
How ironic. EHOME off-lane Enchantress against the Western team could potentially be the winning formula here for EHOME.
Scotty pick up for Viper. Just looking to tank up, get stats. It's a combination of HP and armor as well. There we go. Refresher for Sumail. Will mean he won't have his buyback's on cooldown for 2 minutes anyway, so he's got some time to farm it up and
How much of a timing window is it between having the Aegis and buyback? Is there going to be a timing window for EHOME to be able to have that Aegis and cheese and push in?
I don't think so.
Yes.
The Aegis is still not up yet. Should be for at least like another minute.
Begins to siege from below here. Can't really the guys. Pretty damn tanky. Recently picking up the talisman now. And EG without an MKB makes it pretty damn hard. Get over here. You like a bold chicken and.
Yeah. So we won't know the Aegis timer for a little bit, but yeah, the buybacks will be up in terms of timers when the Aegis cheese push comes out of EHOME. EG may even have, they'll likely have the buybacks if they want to try and contest Roche, but that seems like a big ask when they've got no map control whatsoever. There's deep fire wards, and you're just kind of blindly guessing. Even if you have a smoke and you try and move out, you're just like hoping that they're at Roshan or hoping that Roche is even respawned. You don't know if it's the short cooldown, the long cooldown. Haven't really got a good way to scout it out. And it will be a 1 minute respawn.
Uh-oh, here comes Universe. Gets a nice catch on the 3, but quick enchant Remnant will save the 11.
And, well, actually not. They're going to get the quick kill onto both right now. Kaka has to retreat. Old Chicken not going to be so fortunate here. Look at this. EG able to get a quick stall out. Can they themselves blitz for the Roche and grab it?
It's not going to be up yet.
Oh,
it's still about 30 seconds off. It'll be up before EHOME respawns. It kind of just depends when they get in there. And bit of a... I didn't think that was really on CTY. CTY was just pushed up, playing very aggressively, but he's not the one who gets caught. Universe goes for the blink on the back lines, and I think the supporting cast kind of looking to stay too close to CTY, saying, oh, CTY is going in aggressive, I got to stand behind him, ready to protect him, but that just led into Universe getting a great initiative.
Did I miss who he actually enchanted there? Did he enchant the... Because he got looted right after.
Used on the Void, perhaps? It looked like he used on the Lion to me, but
yeah,
both Lion and Enchantress both got blown up. Don't think he used it? Okay.
It looked like he definitely used it.
Okay.
Okay. That was it. He was sitting right there in front, could have.
Oh, they
dished
came out
out
the
the
Roche.
save, but it's not there.
They're in there, EG.
Okay. This will definitely stall things out for them a bit, but what? Stall into what though? It's still like a lot behind this Clinks. Maybe with a huge pick. Now they got this refresher onto the Lina.
And EHOME were just hoping that wasn't going to be a short respawn on Roche, and that was on the shorter side. EG get themselves a bit of a break with that one, and
they are really
themselves. They're still in this game for sure. The Lina refresher, the Chronospheres. I mean, versus Chronospheres alone have been making huge things happen, and
godly.
CTY though, as a late game carry, is just unstoppable in some ways. It's just the rest of his team who have to be very careful with their positioning and how they approach the fights. Also, CTY won't have buyback for a little bit, so he needs to be a little bit careful.
Looks like he'll go to work here on the
CTY plays.
D ward for EG. Okay, clear things up a bit, and now they can try to dictate the pace of this game and slow it down little by little. Very tense stuff. What a gift for EG there. This game could have been over. Oh, there's the MKB. All right, one step ahead of the game now, Arteezy.
Yep. No time to really benefit from that butterfly. Still I mean, just gives you a ton of agi, helps out your illusions, and makes your shotgun do a lot more damage, but won't get the full value he was hoping for out of it.
Is it fair to say that if EG pull this one back, it's solely like on Universe and these chrono setups each and every time to kind of make it for his team?
I think that's fair. I would say they're in this game because of some of his chronos. He has played an insane game, and the supports I don't think to take anything away, like the grave saves, some of these full duration grips when you have the glimmer cape were massive as well.
CTY will try to slow down the next wave before it gets in there, but EG are using the wave currently in the base to kind of go into the high ground. There's another chrono. This one's going to be onto 2. Lanham, a swing and a miss. Nice sidestep there, and they're going to be able to burst down Kaka. He's out. No buyback for him. Also 11 down. They look for Old Chicken to get down 2. Kaka just gets the money for the buyback, and now Old Chicken will buy back as well, but they are only going to work on these racks. Are they going to have enough firepower, though, to take it down? Fiend's Grip comes out onto Old Chicken, but there's going to be the pullbacks from Kaka. Now it can't catch it. 3! Oh, but he gets put to sleep from fear. Can't move in with the magnetize, and they put their focus on the CTY, but this Morphling is
My God, is he taking? He's going to be walking away from the trouble, but still
the crit!
Kaka. Oh, he blocked it, Universe! Whoa, the blink! Kaka goes down, the dieback from him, and CTY will have to step back into the fountain to heal up, and EG go work onto the racks. Gloom is going to be forced, and it ends up slowing him down. Rax still
Does Morph go
right
bottom
now.
here? Does he have a boost cover? They're going to go for the throne. If Morph TP bottom, he needs to wait and get a replicate. He doesn't have he has money for the travel, but he won't have buyback then. And I think he's just going to go for the defense.
Oh, tier 4 will go down. Arteezy puts his focus onto the next one here, and there goes the jump from CTY. Gets the quick kill on the unit and takes him down. Arteezy getting every last ounce of damage he can with the first life of his
EG may get punished here on the retreat.
Let's see now. Fear already heading out. Arteezy for the second life. Oh, no! Get back! Action catches two on each end of the chrono!
on Lincoln.
Oh man, CTY though, this guy standing in Branston, looking to fight, going right for Universe again. It could be a dieback for
out at least.
Good time walk, saves life, and yeah, Arteezy barely alive, edges away from trouble. What a stun coming out from Sumail, slows them all down. Are you kidding me?
Oh, they lost full bot racks though. The creep wave was just too massive.
Look at the catapults, 3 of them, annihilating the racks right there.
Whoa, that's a big gold swing, but it's not even about the gold swing, it's about EG going all in for the throne. EHOME happy to, like, by sheer just creep wave luck in some ways, get themselves a full lane of racks, and they hold it. Costs them a lot of buyback. Unfortunately for EG, they won't have the ages to go for another play like that. They can't really capitalize on EHOME having to chew through buybacks there, and CTY holding on was some miraculous defense from him, just shotgun after shotgun. It happened so fast, like, he doesn't even know who he's going. He thinks he's going on the Clinks, so he graves the Clinks, but he's going on the Void, who just dies before he can even cast a spell. EG is smoked up though, they're looking for one last Chronosphere. That's what it's going to be. Universe.
There he comes. In, Chrono wants Kaka's going to get there, get the save, they enchant Remnants. Not going to be enough. He does get it onto 11, pulled him back out into the safety zone, and now they look for possibly a counterplay here. They get a good stun on the PPD, so that's going to be him. Grave will help him for now,
ideal.
but it's he will go down. The rest of EG, they're committed. They got to make the most out of this opportunity. It could be do or die at this point.
Oh, he
here.
grips the illusion!
But no, it's not going to happen. Kaka moves in, going to be put to sleep. Fear on the run. Sumail potentially under the pressure from CTY. Arteezy begins the man mode with them, but they both go toe to toe. 2 of them gods here right now, and Arteezy's got to be forced to retreat out and away.
No detection for EHOME though. They don't get Clinks, who does have buyback, but EG buyback. They are actually still going to just keep running at EHOME. It looks like, which I don't know if it's I think they just realized they have to use those buybacks to not lose and to get mega creeped or lose the game. So they're not. I don't think the play is to keep on pushing EHOME here. EHOME have stabilized. They have Morphling buyback, have Enchantress buyback, and you're pushed to the Ags Earth Spirit. Hasn't actually had a chance to use it. That's what blows my mind. EG are taking the initiative, starting the fight, using the Chrono on Earth Spirit, because they know if they give Earth Spirit a chance to get that enchant remnant, use it on one of their heroes, kick him into the fountain, the push is over.
That was clever right there. Manta to get the illusion of the high ground to scout up for a ward, but nonetheless, you're absolutely right, and it's got to be so morally defeating here for EG. How many times they landed the perfect Chrono setup potentially and go for the right target, get the burst, but still just not enough. Now down 2 sets of racks here, still fighting for their turn at life here. Then you look at the side EHOME, not looking to let this one go. Want to close this out 3-0. And with that kind of hold.
Yeah, this is going to be a tricky one.
You got a Morphling who's near critical mass at this point.
Yeah, I mean, EG at least can say that to themselves. Well, Morphling is not getting any scary. He can upgrade those boots to get him some more mobility around the map, and he does do that now. Buys the travels. And have that 7th item refresher or something on his courier to just refresh his combo. But realistically, this is about as scary as Morphling gets in a fighting and DPS sense. Things will settle down though.
You think till the next Roche?
I mean, Roche starts to a little less at this stage. Probably it's more if EG get it, it's big because they can go for like an all-in throne play. But I mean, it definitely matters for both teams because you want to have an Aegis on like a hero like Enchantress, possibly Viper. The Morphling doesn't have the space for it, but we're kind of opening to that area where there's heroes are 6 that then can't fit in. Aegises. Look at 6 buybacks on cooldown. Absolutely insane.
But after that, some attack, I guess you could say, from EG, you can tell that EHOME is a bit more reserved before they decide to go out and bark. Now they see that EG towards the bottom lane, they go out on move here.
And EHOME will have smoke fairly soon, so likely to try and go on the aggressive with that one.
Whole team though, getting ready to possibly approach that Roche pit area.
Is there gem on? Yeah, they took in their base. Gem is on Kaka and gem is on. Okay, so both teams with gem. Absolutely a core item at this stage of the game when you're. I mean, for one thing, you're against Invis heroes and Clinks, but Bane with the Glimmer Cape as well. So keep hold of the gem is going to be important. If you look back at the start of the fight, suddenly you have nothing to cancel Glimmer Cape, like Fiend's Grip, for example. I mean, you already have nothing to cancel a B Fiend's Grip. It's already going to be a pretty big problem for you on the EHOME side.
Bit unfortunate, but it does look like EHOME are having a little bit of connectivity issues. Slam to breathe here. Very intense game number 3 right now.
Yeah.
Look at the roller coaster of ride we've been through already. At one point, EHOME being up and ahead damn near 10k. EG with all XP advantage, but these kind of numbers just really don't matter right at this point in the game. It's all on execution, having the appropriate amount of buybacks at the red, maybe even just having that appropriate smoke.
Yeah, just the one smoke coming soon for EHOME. EG have a lot longer to wait for theirs, and Roshan will be up. So quite likely we see EHOME secure a free Roshan. I say that EG could just go for a ballsy play, but depends how bad EG think EHOME getting an Aegis cheese is. Like if they feel that's going to be the game breaking point, then they try and head that direction. They are headed over towards the pit as we speak, so perhaps recognizing the threat of Roshan as being something that needs to be stopped.
So what could they do about it? This time they will not have obviously any sort of extra vision to see who's lurking. Right
Yeah,
now.
they've got to use weave, and the one observer ward on PP has to be placed in such a way to help set up a good fight for them, set up the good chronosphere. Kind of similar to that chronosphere we saw around the Roche pit when they just put that high ground ward on the ramp and use that, but the safer play to at least draw the game out, go into further, deeper into the late game is going to be not contesting Roden.
It's a regular game.
Okay, I mean, these crits are going to be massive. Morgan actually has to be a little bit careful because he can get like 2 or 3 shot by the Clinks if he's on too much edgy. Same time, RTZ, you're running to a gem.
He is going towards possible trouble here.
Viper's actually mincemeat.
They scout only him, while the other two are already in the pit.
Viper
here.
just dies if they go on him, but I don't think they quite realize Viper's alone. There's an Earth Spirit who can pull him out. Okay, there we go.
Oh, kill on the Viper. Blink and you miss it. Aegis is going to be acquired. This one goes to Old Chick and Cheese is down. Looks like Lana might have to find room for it.
I mean, RTZ just finally recognized they're in the pit.
Oh, go after real quick. Got make it away from Shaw. I mean, that could have been.
Oh,
What a silence ball! And they get the magnetize and get
he's
out.
dead
Wow.
though.
Oh my goodness, the damage there, and it's Sumail that's gonna
CTY takes down 11. CTY and a lot of showing. Push down. Look at the man up a bit. He gets the satanic up. He goes right for Sumail. They get
Clinks is
RTZ
dead.
down. The rapier is down, and so could EG.
Oh,
Well, Universe picks it up at least, but it's all in for the throne. EG, no buybacks, no answer CTY. Void coming back, won't even do anything here.
Get up, Universe. See if you can hold it. No, he's down and out, and they have done it. EHOME have just swept Evil Geniuses 3-0 in front of the hometown crowd. They took first place and $125,000.
EHOME, what?
going their way.
CTY, what? He showed up this tournament. This is some of the best Dota we've seen come out of this guy. I mean, people like been sending a lot of praise, rightfully so, towards the likes of Miracle, all these like 8K member players and stuff. But CTY, he's the equivalent in China. That's what he's bringing to this EHOME team. That young playmaking flair, and their drafts as well. That's probably been some of the craziest stuff we've seen. Unusual pick after unusual pick.